Seja bem-vindo. Welcome back to the home stretch. Today we are working on the hands. All right, this one is something I need a lot because I'm a massage therapist. I'm an artist, and I'm also a landscaper. So a lot of my toils that I do involve my hands. So doing what I can to maintain them so I can hold on to that strength and have endurance throughout the week is super important, and especially as a massage therapist as well. So we'll get right into it. The verse that I want to read today, if I didn't lose it. Yes, we're in John. And there's not a lot I can say about this one, but it just feels like a prayer for our health and well-being. It says John chapter 1, verse 2. It said, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth." Amen. Okay, we arrange our hands. So first off, we're just going to do like a little warm-up. All right, so you're just going to do some forearm rolls, wrist rolls, whatever. All right. Okay. We're also going to take this time to find our breath as well. We don't want to hold it because this is going to be another probably more intense one, especially if you don't do a lot of hand stretches. And I know my hands are needing this, so it'll probably be intense for me too. Okay, I'm going to move back a little bit just so you can see me. Okay, and then next one, just going to take your hand, have it in this kind of shape like this, and you're just going to pull it down. And don't crank it, kind of like your neck, just lightly tug on it for like 2 breaths. We're just warming it up, getting it ready for the next 2 sequences of exercises, okay? All right, okay? Get right into it now, okay? So you're gonna take your first hand, and you're gonna first start by just pulling your finger back. Now, you're not cranking it back. You might have really flexible hands, but we're just gonna slowly start gradually pulling it back. You can do like this too, or you can have it on the floor and just pull it up. We're gonna hold it for about 2 breaths. And you can wiggle these fingers around while you're doing it just to get more movement in this finger. Okay, the next one. I did a bit more rest than 3, but my hands really need it. So 1, so I'm on my ring finger. Okay, pinky, pulling up as far as you can, not into pain, of course. Kind of have force these fingers kind of downwards. You'll find more of a stretch if you are a lot more flexible. Okay. Now, just the opposite way, okay? You can take it, and then you're just gonna pull down, okay? All right, find your breath here. Hopefully you can see this all. Next one. Now you can do as many breaths as you like, but that's up to you. Next one. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now you're just gonna take your thumb, and then you're just gonna pull down and up, like that. I just like to have it on my I have my other hand underneath it, just so I just like don't move my hand. It just keeps it stable. So you're just gonna pull and press down a little bit, pull up and down, pull down and up, kind of, well, down and back more, yeah. Breathe in for 2. Right. And if you want, you can do like 10-15 seconds. Like, you don't have to use a breath to decide how long you do it. I'm just using my breath because it takes about like 8 to 10 seconds or so. And then just inwards, okay? All right. Now you're just gonna go in between your hands. Just stretch them out. Okay. Now we're just gonna do the other side. We're about 1/3 of the way on the stretch here. Okay. Pull the index finger. Sometimes I put it on my knee or whatever, just to kind of be able to dig in better, I guess. It's up to you. Just find that stretch in the front of the finger there. Breathe in. And the next one. See if we can get this video done before the sun goes down. Last one. Okay. Hopefully you saw my hands there. I'm just doing the same thing as the other side there. Okay. And then going downwards. Next one. Okay. I'm going to finish off with that thumb here. Remember, not pulling too hard, right? Okay, and then inwards. Nice. Good job. Hopefully your fingers can already feel like a little bit of a release. Okay, just gonna do this here. Alrighty. Alright. You can't see my socks there. Okay. This is kind of the intense part of the stretch here. So just make sure you don't overdo it, because this will involve the wrist and the wrist mobility and stuff like that. All right, so this one's gonna be a very mobile movement orientated. You can do this one statically as well. I'll show you both variations. Actually, here we'll do each a few sets of both. Okay, so this one you're just gonna slowly find yourself in a lean. You want to push your shoulders into the ground and lean. Keep that head straight. And just lean forward until you can't anymore. And if you want to make this harder, you can put your legs farther back if you have really stretchy, mobile hands. And if you want to make it easier, which I find myself doing quite a bit, you can just lean, bring your knees closer, because it puts less weight on your hands. So we'll get right into it. So we're going to hold for about 5 breaths here, staying in that end range, right? So that farthest point where your hands want to lift up, stop there. So you don't want your hands to lift up like this. Stay just before then, okay? And you can do this for like 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes is a good length, because it really gets the muscles in your forearms and really releases that tension in your hands as well. So yeah, the longer the better, but it gets pretty intense too. So I'm just doing 5 breaths for now. Okay, and now you're gonna stay in that end range. You might need to adjust. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna really try to, like the muscle that, you know how your muscle, that your hand does this, you're gonna do that, but in that position. So I'm squeezing the muscle, squeezing, staying in that end range, squeezing it, okay? And then you're just gonna hold there, squeeze. And you also wanna press your forearms into the ground. Sorry, press your palms into the ground and your fingertips and really squeeze those forearms, and hold that for about 10 seconds, okay? So 1, 2, focus on the forearm squeeze, don't worry about the palms as much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? And then you're gonna stay in that end range. Yeah, I know, don't leave yet, don't leave. You're gonna stay in that end range, and then you're gonna do the 5 breaths again, okay? And if this does hurt your wrist like a lot, do not do this part. Either ease up or just focus on the first part of this video. 4 more breaths. And keep your arms straight. 1 more. Okay. Okay, now squeeze your forearms again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You won't notice a change because you're in the end range. You're in that range that your forearms contract to anyways. So you're gonna hold that, and you're gonna hold that. Squeeze the forearms, and hold that for about 10 seconds, okay? 3, 4, 5, squeeze, stay in that end range. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do 3 more breaths, and then we'll come out of it, okay? And slowly come out of it. I don't know if you can see. No, you might not be able to see it. But it's all like all that blood flow just comes into the hands. And actually, yeah, that's gonna do it for the wrists and the hands there. To finish off, you can just do wrist rotations. Yeah, you're gonna feel this. I'm feeling it now. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, really find your breath when you're doing this one. And you can try to lean more if you want. Yeah. Let's do some wrist rolls. Okay. And you can also just bring your elbow down to the ground like this. Just try to get a stretch on the top part of your hand there. Can do this with both. Just to finish up. And there you go. Now, I'd recommend you do this in the evening, especially if you have massage therapy or you're doing something labor intensive with your hands. It's because your hands are going to be a little worn out and, you know, not wanting to do heavy duty whatever you're doing. So yeah, but there's your hand. We also got some wrist mobility in there as well, so your hands are feeling a little bit more free and some of that tension is kind of gone. So yeah, all right, well, I'll see you next time. God bless. Cool.